All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Again, for some of you, my name is Derek Wood. I'm the Partner Product Manager here at SOS, accompanied by John Wagner, our Chief Sales Engineer.
Hello.
And today we're going to be going through a thorough advanced technical training as well as an administrative training through everything that you have from our program. So we're going to start off going through the web integration package, the dashboard login, how you use all the functions in there. Then we're going to go into the software, setting up the software, basic usage, some more advanced questions about additional features and functions, basic troubleshooting steps, and then anything else that you would all like to talk about. Before we get started, are there any particular items that you specifically would like to cover today? Feel free to enter questions at any time during the presentation. And also, we'll stop periodically for other questions. So I'm going to start off with first bringing up our launch webinar and then going to the deliverable section so we first know what we're going to be going through. So in this first part of the ServerSafe program, Exchange backup and granular recovery are a part of every license. It's not an extra module, as is common with most things. It just comes with it. So with every ServerSafe license, you have the ability to back up an Exchange server volume and recover it down to the message level, very simply. We're going to go through specifically how you can do that. Bare Metal Image Creator and Image Stream. These are also part of ServerSafe. Image Creator is the agent that will actually allow you to schedule backup jobs to create full volume images and incrementals thereafter, depending on whatever schedule you want to go through. And again, we'll hit that in more detail. Image Stream is the agent that is designed specifically to take large files like system images and large file sets. So for file servers with 500,000, 1 million files, that's what Image Stream is designed for, and then take it off-site. And we have the Pulse Centralized Management Tool. This is an agent-based system that's installed at each machine that you're running backups from, and what it does is it pulls reporting from the activity of the backup. So it gives you different reports as far as if a backup ran, if it ran with errors, if a policy applied, if a policy partially applied, failed to apply. It also gives you some more details into the backup sessions, so how many files were transferred, how many files were not transferred. And we'll also talk about how the management of this whole system is changing over the next couple months as well. Good question. EGR is the Exchange Granular Recovery. So that's what we're talking about. Online Backup and Recovery. This is the file and folder program. So this is it's a separate software, and it's actually the same functionality as Image Stream, except it's more suited for workstations and laptops. And it's also branded a lot heavier. So it's better for customer-facing environments. For the server side information, the software is generally run in the background at more of a neutral branding, except for the ServerSafe client itself, which is branded as, Peter's ServerSafe and your company name. Then the Premier Web Integration Package. So this web package is a very unique part of our program and a unique program in the market, wherein we actually set up a web application on a domain of your choice, where you can go in, create accounts, upgrade accounts, cancel accounts. There's a mass email section, so you can regulate contacting existing customers for subscription updates, just that better touch, so you can make sure you can get information from your customers, know how they're feeling, and let them know when you have new features and services. It also has a basic support ticketing system, a coupon code. It's set up with integration into various merchant gateways. Right now, the gateways include Authorize.net and PayPal Pro and PayPal Standard. So all you do is plug in your gateway credentials and set the pricing for your plans, and you're good to start accepting money for your backup services through the website. Then the mobile applications, you all should have a mobile version of the web portal, so something like m.manageoffsitebackup.net/your company name. And the mobile applications for Droid and iPhone specifically have been delayed, so we still don't have those out in generic forms. Apple wouldn't let us register it under Managed Offsite Backup, so we have to register it under the SOS developer account, but it still will be generic branded. But also we ran into issues with the latest OS update, so we are rebuilding the backup agent so that when you do get the generic backup or the generic application, it actually backs up the information that's there. Whereas right now it tends to hang on some of those larger images that the phone can now generate. So we're looking at end of the quarter for the iPhone application. And the Droid application, we also had to fix some things that the marketplace didn't like that we were submitting. So those have been resolved, and we expect to have the Droid application also out in a generic form for all of you and your customers to use by the end of the quarter. That is registered under our DBA, Managed Offsite Backup, so that's nice. And the social backup for Facebook is still in development, so we're still working on getting that out on our own side of things, and don't currently have an ETA for when we're going to be releasing that or social backup for Twitter or other social mediums. So we're looking to update SOS support for other mediums over the next 2 quarters, and then as the next 2, 4, 6, 8 months go by, we'll make generic versions of those available to all you and your customers. So let's get right into our website. So it's always good to understand where you can go for help if you need any. So our main website, sosonlinebackup.com. We have, for home, business, and server solutions. So if you wanted to get some, read through our copy and use some of that copy on your collateral, feel free. It's the same service. The difference is that we're only selling the software and we're not actually managing any of it for anyone. So you, of course, would have a big addition to that type of collateral, but on just a feature-to-feature basis, you can come to our website and get information there. So that's helpful here. If you go to the features section for Server Save, you got all this, so that's great. If we go to the support site, this is also a update that's going to be coming out. We're going to be really rolling out a lot of new collateral as far as technical documentation for all of the programs. For right now, we do have some technical documentation here in the knowledge base. Good question from Peter. How much are you selling Server Save for? I don't actually have the figures. I believe we're selling it for somewhere between 25 and 30% over what our partners are typically buying it from us for. But again, that's just software, and we're not delivering a lot of what you are all getting. So it's just software, and it's still, I believe, a third more.
And I would say your sales rep is still your best source.
Yeah, go talk to your your partner specialist if you want to get more details on various pricing options, because as most of you may be aware that we do have a really great options for dropping your purchase rates after you've signed up with us. So after you get a couple customers in, you feel comfortable, or maybe you just sell through it all, you need to come back and you can buy additional server seats or additional cloud space for tremendously cheaper than what we'd be providing it directly. So in the knowledge base section, we have the SOS Partner Program, which goes over most of the administrative items and some of the items revolving the project survey. Most of you here have already gone through that, but as far as the administrative side, I think that's very helpful. So for instance, in your delivery email, we do link directly to this SOS Server Save Dashboard panel article, as well as getting started with your SOS web package. So the dashboard, we're going to go through it live, so we won't go through it here, but if you need a reference, it gives it to you right here. and getting started with your SOS web package. It gives you a 1, 2, 3, 4 step to getting it set up. So it doesn't take more than maybe 15, 20 minutes to go through all that. But the web package is so expansive is that it really allows you to continually change and update things over time. So, so that's really exciting. But we're going to be going through this. If you have any support questions, it's always best just to first take a look through the knowledge base, see if that's there. Jason Curran has a question. Can we add social links to our website? Absolutely. But do be aware that the entire web package is under SSL once it's completed. So any non-SSL URLs may come up with some type of warning, especially if you're in IE. IE seems to have a problem right now with a lot of websites. Everyone's a threat, apparently. But depending on your browser and depending on what link you're putting in there, there may be, some sort of warning if it's not an SSL link, since it is an SSL website, or all the pages on it, anyways. Support troubleshooter. This is really good to come through if you need to submit a case. So the way you would submit a case, there's a lot of options here, but you just come in as a backup partner, hit next, and it's business edition, next. And then you'd come through and, if these apply or not, doesn't really matter. The meat of your ticket's going to come in this troubleshooting section right here. So go through and make sure that just as you would need some type of story from your customers, then we need the same from you. So give us, what were you doing up to the point that you got the error? Have you ever been able to perform that function before without getting the error? What did you do thereafter? Did you try any troubleshooting steps? All that information is helpful. Also, operating system, the version of the software you're running. Screenshots are always great to put in. So things that, as much as information as you would need to troubleshoot a system for your customer, that's helpful to put in because that's just going to expedite the process thereafter. As soon as you submit a case to the troubleshooter, you're going to get an automated email as a receipt with a case number. It's important that you keep this case number handy because you can call into our staff and use this case number to reference what you've already done so you don't have to retell the story every time, and so that we can track the progress of your tickets. A lot of times we find that partners will go back to their sales reps or to